name is Bob Valhano with MRC. We're very excited to be the representatives for Can Ice for New Jersey and the Northeast. So I want to welcome everybody. I thank you so much for taking the time to come here today to learn a little bit about the product.
Okay, well, this is a synthetic ice surface. It's a polypropylene surface. Is a high-density plastic that was developed by a chemical company down in, actually, believe it or not, in Tampa, Florida. And we've been waiting a few years to get the proper type of a surface that'll have the right friction coefficient that will be able to hold up under stress and be able to use for our purpose. Now, we've got the perfect venue here to do this because we've got an outdoor arena. We keep natural ice only from sometime in September until the beginning of April. So for the rest of those months from April to September, because we have a concrete floor, there's really nothing that we can do in here. We've tried roller hockey, we've tried roller skating. It just doesn't go. People aren't interested in doing it. So we were looking for something that would be great for the off season and make this a 12-month a year, 12-month out of year venue.
The biggest impediment to kids skating, playing hockey, figure skating, is access to ice time. Everybody knows that. It's just hard to do it. Problem with hockey, I also do synthetic turf. We did the fields over here for Tommy there. Hockey is actually more of a surface-dependent sport than a field sport like football or soccer, rugby, anything like that. So you really have to get the performance features nailed. So you've really got three objectives. You've got to get the product skates like ice, puck handles very much like ice. If you can overcome that first hurdle, next thing you got to do is figure out how do you put the stuff together. Because everybody knows I always used to blame it on a rut in the ice when I fell, particularly when someone would go around me. But basically you had to come up with a fastening system that would interlock properly, lie flat, hold the panels together, not move around. And actually, there's a million different ways to do that. We kind of came up what we did. We had smart guys come up with it. My partner Danny and I, we're not technical dudes, but came up with an interlocking system that not only goes together mechanically, but is in a mechanical opposition to each other when you're on it. So that works pretty good. So if we got something to skate it well, we had one piece of the puzzle in place. Second thing we had to do was to figure out a way to have panels that can lock together and stay in place and stay seamless virtually for the performance of a hockey or figure skating activity.
So we have 11 youth hockey teams in our Old Bridge Junior Night Hockey program under our jurisdiction. Right now, those 12 teams, till we put this surface down, we're doing what we call dry land training. So they'd go out to Lombardi Stadium, and they'd run the bleachers, or they'd run around the track, or they'd do push-ups in the field. And we were thinking, well, wait a minute, if we put down this synthetic surface, they can come in, lace up their skates, put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, put their hockey gloves on and a helmet, and get a tremendous physical workout on the ice. That's the beauty of it. This is not for playing games. This is for conditioning, because it's what we call progressive resistance, where if you have more resistance in skating, it's the same technique. When they get on real ice next fall and winter, they're going to be flying, and they're not even going to realize the strength that they've improved. So for us, it was a perfect venue to make this a 12-month out of the year arena, and we had a great clientele and our hockey kids to use it. Now, what we also can do next year is, if we want, the town can actually open it up to outside recreation departments. I mean, we have our own recreation department. We have 12 or 13 sites where we have kids in the summer. They can come in on the bus once or twice a week, or everybody can use it once a week. Camp Robin Therapeutic Recreation Program, they can come and use it once a week or twice a week. The daycare program, they can use it once or twice a week. And then we can also sell it out for an hour at a time, that if another recreation department, let's say Matawan or East Brunswick, wants to take their kids on a trip, which is kind of a neat trip to be able to skate in shorts and a t-shirt in the summer, they can book a trip with us. We have the skates right here, so we can actually make money. It becomes a money maker for us because it's a very novel thing to do in the off season. So for all those reasons, it basically has turned a arena that was just a half a year arena into a full service, full year arena that has the clientele to support it within, and hopefully the out-of-town people that will also support it with recreation programs.
I've been involved with synthetic ice through a friend that introduced Mike and I 8 years ago. And one of the things, my background is obviously I played in the National Hockey League for 14 years, loved to score goals, had to fight a few times back in the day. But when you look at John Piccolo, my late father, Ernie Gare, was he was a bit of a business, a guy that understood how to, to help the game develop. He was part of the under-18 program in Canada. He also started hockey schools, started the first athletic scholarship hockey program when he was the athletic director at the University of Notre Dame in my hometown in Nelson, British Columbia. So in saying that, I have a little bit of, I hope some of his vision, and this is kind of what I've kind of pursued myself towards this product. There are competitors out, and some of our past products certainly led us to this product, which I always felt we could improve upon. Technology does do that, and we have now a great manufacturing partner, and I really believe when I used to shoot 200-300 pucks, my dad said in order for me to play in the National Hockey League, you have to shoot pucks because you're a right winger and you have to have an asset. And one was working underneath my sun deck in Nelson, shooting on a piece of plywood and waxing it with ski wax into an archery net 20 feet away. And, I would do that. I would shoot. The difference there, compared to what the ability young kids have with this product, is the mechanics. Young Brandon and Gerard that I talked to earlier here, they've got their skates on. The difference is they can use their inside-outside edges to improve their development. And I think that's why I got excited about this product so much. Coming to Old Bridge a month ago, skating on it for the first time, and Bob and the installers have just put it down. The glide is what it's all about. It's all about the glide. And when you look at glide, and I'll show it a little later, how you can push. In the past, you could go on a push stride, maybe 2 feet on past synthetic ice surfaces, or our competitors. I can go 10 to 20 feet, and I think that's the important part of, developing young kids, developing the ability to see yourself almost like ice surface, and we have that. So we're excited again in saying that. But thank you again. I mean, this is a product that you can get out there and try it yourself, and as Mike said, you'll know the feel of it, and hopefully we can improve the areas, younger players to become someday what the gentleman I'm going to introduce you next to. They call him Mr. Devil, as we all know. I skated against Kenny early in his career. We have battled a few times. I know he's had an outstanding, 20 seasons with the New Jersey Devils. I've been with him, friends of ours, in off-season activities, and it's great to have Kenny here. 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Kenny
Danny did his homework, like you said. He's a friend, but a great National Hockey League goal scorer for many years. And yes, Danny had to scrap too. You had to take care of yourself. My era, or a little later, in the 90s, I came in the 80s. They had guys that made to protect guys like Danny, but they didn't have that back then.
No,
they had to fight their own battles.
That's true. That's good, Dan.
But it's a real pleasure to be here. I'm excited about it, Danny.
Yeah, we want to get you out there.
Great product.
And the other thing is, see, I come out here and I've got all my sweatsuit like he had on. He's going to watch
I
it.
didn't realize how warm it was.
Yeah, I did it the first time with my Sabre sweatshirt on. I was sweating for 3 hours after.
That might be a good thing at our age.
Yeah, we need a little workout. But I see New Jersey everywhere here, and I say, Kenny, would you mind coming down and helping out and take, as he always
My
does.
pleasure.
I appreciate it, and we're glad to have Kenny Danica here. So, yeah, thank you all, appreciate it. Let's put the blades on.
Feedback has been good. Obviously, out here you're looking at Kenny and Danny, who are former NHL skaters. They've skated on it. Some of my coaches and the Old Bridge Junior Knights hockey program that we have under us are great skaters. They've been on it. They're good. The kids love it. Kids are kids. They adapt to everything. And so for them, if you asked one of our 10-year-old kids, what would you rather do? Would you rather go out at 7 o'clock at night and run the bleachers and run around the track, or would you rather put your hockey skates on and come and skate on the synthetic ice? They say, my God, I want to be on that ice. ice anytime. And they've adapted very well. Actually, to me, it's a lot easier for the little guys because they're lighter. The friction is less for a little guy that's maybe 100 pounds than it is for somebody that's an adult 200 pounds. So they adapt to anything. It's great for them, and it's a great training tool for them. Obviously, on this ice, we never envisioned any games because obviously you can't. It's too hot. You can't have full hockey equipment on. People would be passing out before they even got on the ice. But we always envisioned it as a training aid exactly for practice and for power skating training, positioning drills, shooting drills, no games and full equipment, just in hockey shorts and a t-shirt, hockey gloves, their stick and a helmet, and just to work on their conditioning and power skating drills. So it's a great addition to our program for us too. That was really good.
What about learning to skate?
Yeah. I think, and the mayor and I were just talking. We have for the hockey program, and we have learn to skate hockey for our hockey program in the fall. But one of the things we were thinking about was because it's easier to stand up. If you go on somebody that's a ranked beginner and they put on skates and they try to stand on real ice, it's very slippery. I mean, we have what we call starter lessons for all the figure skating lessons that we have, which basically you have a starter lesson. We find out whether the child at whatever age even wants to skate, whether he can put skates on or stand up on the ice and likes it enough to continue. So they have to pass a starter lesson. But for hockey, too, you have to figure, we start young when they're 5 and 6 years old. And if you start in the cold weather on ice, sometimes even if they want to play, they're uncomfortable. It's cold. They're frozen. They don't want to be out there. If you start them in the summertime on this surface where they don't have to be out there with just a helmet on, and you can begin to teach them there and get them interested, then I think you're over the hump as far as them wanting to continue in the program. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, so just go over again the season, and the storage.
Okay, the season basically is we're going to take this product down. It was installed in early July. We were hoping to have it sooner, but it wasn't fabricated in time. From Tampa, Florida is where the factory is, which is interesting. It's in a warm weather climate that did this. But it was put down in July. We'll have to take it down the week of Labor Day. So Labor Day Monday that week, it'll take us probably 2 days to take it down. It'll be marked this time on the underneath because it's like putting it, when we put it back together the next year, it'll be like a giant jigsaw puzzle. So the only thing that's the hard part is the corners that are all curved. They'll have to be marked so we put it in the right place as we put it back together. It'll probably take about, because of the marking, it'll probably take 2 days to take it down. From here on out, it will only take us like a day to put it down and a day to take it up. And we have storage trailers that we're going to put it in right outside adjacent to the arena that we will store it in for safekeeping. The weather won't affect it, but we want to keep it safe and secure and locked up. So the real ice will be down probably we'll start making it like September 12th. It'll be ready to be used by our hockey teams probably by September 20th. And then we will leave the real ice down all the way through the winter season, and we'll start melting the real ice down probably sometime in April. The reason that we do it in April is because we're dictated by the New Jersey Youth Hockey Program when we can have tryouts for the following year. Now, if I had my way, I'd have the tryouts probably like the third week in March and shut the arena down by the end of March. We have to usually leave it open till up maybe close to April 20th because that's when New Jersey Hockey dictates that we have to. They don't want us to have a jump on anybody else. I fought them, didn't work. So we basically have to leave the ice down for an extra 3.5 weeks just to accommodate our tryouts for the following year for our 11 youth hockey teams.
Now, what can we expect for next summer? Do you have any adult, parties or
Yeah, well, that's good you said that, Mary. I think one of the things that I thought was always neat would be we wouldn't do it every week, but, for the months of, say, June, July, and August, we thought about having like on a Friday night, which usually is our biggest ice skating night during the regular natural ice season through the winter, is having something like, let our programming people put together have something called like a luau on ice, a luau on skates, where people come with, they get a leg and they get a Hawaiian shirt and shorts, and we'll rent them the skates, or they bring their own skates, and then have, just like you would a public session with music and everything that you would during a natural ice, and have that maybe at least once a month and have a couple hundred people there to do that. And I think that would be kind of a neat thing. That, and are using it for our recreation programs. Also probably renting it out to other local recreation programs that want to take their kids on a very interesting and novel trip.